Very good morning. In my previous video, actually we discussed about journal. We discussed what is the meaning of journal and what are the important features of journal, that is characteristics of journal. Later we discussed what are the advantages and its disadvantages. Further we discussed format of journal, and later we discussed about two more important aspects. One is narration and another one is posting. So these are certain things which we had discussed in my previous class. Today actually we are going to solve some question paper problems on journal. Today I am going to work on 2019 question paper problem. Journal is very important and it is base for all accounting practice. If you people are perfect with journal, then even you can solve problems on subsidiary books and all. Even you can prepare ledger accounts and all. So it is better to be perfect with journal. And if you wanted to be perfect with journal, you should be perfect with account, types of account, and later classification of accounts, then golden rules of accounting and application of golden rules of accounting. As far as journal is concerned, here types of account, classification of account, golden rules of accounting, and application of those golden rules of accounting is very important. In my previous class, we discussed about journal. As I told you, people, it is derived from French word called jour, which means on a day-to-day basis, on continuous basis, or on regular basis. So here, journal, it is a book in which we are going to record day-to-day business transactions in chronological order. That particular book is known as what? It is known as journal. I told you people that it is a book of prime entry, it is a book of original entry. Once any of the transactions are taken place in business, first we are going to record that particular transaction in the book of ledger. Then later, we are going to record that particular transaction in the book of journal. Later, it will go to ledger. From ledger, it will go to trial balance, and from trial balance, it will go to final account. So journal is actually based for accounting practice, and as we all know that it is second phase in accounting cycle. Actually first one is business transaction, followed by journal to ledger, ledger to trial balance, trial balance to final account. So it is a book in which day-to-day accounting transactions or day-to-day business transactions are recorded in chronological order. I told you people what is the meaning of chronological order. Chronological order is nothing but in a sequence, date wise, in the order of occurrence of transaction. We need to record transactions in the book of journal. That particular book is known as journal. Then the next important term is that is journalizing. What is the meaning of journalizing? Actually journalizing is a process, it is a procedure through which we will record transaction in the book of journal. So journalizing is a process of recording transactions in the book of journal is known as journalizing. Then next one is what is a journal entry? The transaction that we records in the book of journal, that particular transaction itself, it is called as what? It is called as journal entry. The transaction will become journal entry only when we record it in the book of journal. And there is some procedure for recording transactions in the book of journal. Yeah, these are certain features. As we all know that here transactions are recorded on a day-to-day basis, then here transactions are recorded in chronological order, and as we all know that it is a book of original entry or prime entry. And one more important thing is it classifies accounts into or transactions into debit and credit. And another very important feature of journal is it provides explanation for each and every transaction, like why particular account should be debited, why particular account is to be credited, or why it is debited, why it is credited. That proper explanation we will get it in the book of journal. And one more very important feature is it is a base for preparation of ledger account. So these are some of the features. Then these are certain advantages and disadvantages, you can say. Then it is about format of journal is nothing but pro forma of journal. As we all know that here there are 5 columns in journal. First column is meant for recording of the date of the transaction. Second column is for particulars. Here in particulars column, in the first line, we are going to write the name of the account is debited. In the second line, we are going to write the name of the account is credited using word called to. And in the third line, we are going to write the narration. Narration will be written in bracket and it starts with being. And here narration is nothing but short summary about the transaction or short explanation about the transaction. That narration helps us to understand why we debited particular account and why we credited particular account. The next column is meant for ledger folio, where we are going to write the page number of the ledger accounts where the journal entry is posted. Then fourth column is meant for debit amount and fifth column is meant for credit amount. We'll solve one problem by that you people will get to know that how actually we need to record transactions in the book of journal. And it is all about explanation about those 5 columns. Yeah, these are two important terms. Actually, minimum 2 questions will come if in connection with just this journal for 2 months. Like questions may be like, what do you mean by journal, what do you mean by journalizing, what do you mean by journal entry, what do you mean by narration, what do you mean by posting. This kind of questions they are going to ask. So here, what is the meaning of narration? Narration is nothing but, as I told you people, it should be written in bracket and it should be written in particulars column after writing the name of the account is credited. So it is just a short summary. It is a short explanation about the transaction. It explains why particular account is debited and why particular account is credited. That particular term is called as what? It is known as a narration, and usually it is written in bracket and it starts with what word called being. The next one is what is posting. Posting is nothing but transferring the entries from the book of journal to the book of ledger is called as what is called as is called as posting. What is posting? It is a process of transferring the entries from the book of journal to the book of ledger. We are going to post the entries from the journal to the respective ledger account. That one is called as what? It is called as posting. So it is all about things that we had discussed in my previous class. Now we'll take 2019 question paper problem and we'll share that particular problem. By that you people will get clear idea, clear picture about journal. But for solving problems on journal, the very important thing that is required is that is uh, we should know types of account, that is classification of account, and further we should know the debit and credit rules of those accounts, and even we should be able to apply those debit and credit rules to business transactions. So today we'll have a clear cut discussion about these all things, like how to pass the journal entries, how to pass the journal entries. Okay, yeah, yes. This is 2019 question paper problem, and usually one 10-mark problem will come on journal. They will give around 8 to 9 transactions or sometimes 10 transactions they will give, and they will ask you people to pass the journal entries. Here question is, actually it is from 2019 question paper and it is from part C, and question number is 7 and it is appeared for 10 marks. You can see it on screen. Yeah. Okay. What is the question? Question is, journalize the following transactions in the books of Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Company for the month of November 2018. Once again, I will repeat. Journalize the following transactions in the books of Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Company for the month of November 2018. So around 10 to 11 transactions are there, and we need to pass journal entry for these transactions. Okay, yes. So as we all know that there are 5 columns in journal. Here first column is meant for date. So in this particular column, we should write the date of the transaction in chronological order. What we should write? We should write the date of the transaction in which order? In chronological order. So what is the date? It is 1st November, 1st November 2018, right? 1st November 2018. Okay, yes. Now, what is the transaction? Transaction is started business with cash, started business with cash. It is nothing but Mrs. Vijayalakshmi, she invested money into the business. She is invested money into the business. Started business with cash or cash invested into the business are one and same. So here, which are the two accounts? First, we must identify two accounts over here. One is cash account. One is cash account. It is just for convincing you people. The thing is, you people need to write journal entries directly in this particular format. So for this particular problem, yeah, below this particular format, I am going to show you people how to pass the journal entries. Understood? Yes. So here, once you people read the transaction, you people need to find out two accounts in that particular transaction. So here, started business with cash. So which are the two accounts? One is cash account and another one is capital account. Here, started business with cash, it is nothing but Vijaya Lakshmi has invested cash into the business. Vijaya Lakshmi has invested cash into the business. So started business with cash is nothing but capital. Started business with cash is nothing but capital. So here two accounts are, one is cash account and another one is capital account. Okay, fine. As we all know that cash is real account, cash is real account because it is asset, and capital is personal account because it is representative personal account. Whom it represents? It represents owner. See here, started business with cash is nothing but cash is invested into the business. Understood? So here, which are the two accounts? There are two accounts. One account receives the benefit, another account gives the benefit. Which account receives the benefit? Cash account receives the benefit. Which account gives the benefit? Capital account gives the benefit. Owner is giving business. Owner is giving benefit to the business. Understood? So two accounts are, one is cash account and another one is capital account. Yeah, cash account is which account? It is real account, and capital account is which account? It is it is personal account. Okay, fine. Yeah. Now, let's see which rule is applicable to which account. Okay, here, what is the rule of real account? Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. It is the rule of real account. Now, let's see in this particular transaction, cash is coming into the business or it is going out of the business. Here, started business with cash. It means cash is coming into the business. So, what we should do? We have to debit cash account. We have to debit cash account. Okay. Now, second account is capital account, which is a personal account. See here, for one account, if you apply debit rule, for another account, which rule you should apply? You should apply credit rule. I made it very clear that we cannot debit both the accounts and we cannot credit both the accounts. Understood? If there are only two accounts, one account should be debited and another account should be credited. Which concept? Dual aspect concept. For every debit, there should be a corresponding credit. Okay, let's see how this credit rule is applicable to capital account. As we all know that capital is what? Capital account is personal account, right? What is the rule of personal account? Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. What is the rule of personal account? Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. So here in this particular transaction, yes, started business with cash. Here owner, he is the giver. Understood? He is the giver. So which account should be kept credited now? Capital account should be credited because here owner is the giver. What is the rule? What is the credit rule of this personal account? Credit is the giver. So who is the giver? Owner is the giver. That is the reason we are crediting owner's account, that is capital account. So this is base work what you people have to do internally, meaning nowhere you people are supposed to write. You people need to process the transaction. How to process the transaction? First you should see which are the two accounts. Later you should see those two accounts are belongs to which category. Later you need to apply the respective rule. You have to apply the respective rule based on the situation or circumstance. You need to decide that which account should be debited and which account should be credited. Understood? Apply the logic, apply the rules, and debit the respective account and credit the respective account. Okay, so here we got to know that cash account should be debited because it is coming into the business, and capital account should be credited because here owner is the giver. Now, how to record this particular transaction in the book of journal? Which account should be debited? Cash account should be debited. So in particulars column, in first line, you should write the name of the account is debited. You should write the name of the account is debited, and it should be recorded like this, meaning you should write the name of the account is debited. Later you should put certain dots, and later you should write abbreviation of debit. What is the abbreviation of debit? It is a DR. It is nothing but capital D and small r. So cash account debit. So in particulars column, in the first line, what we should write? We should write the name of the account should be debited. And after writing the name of the account is debited, we should put some dots and we should write the abbreviation of debit. And in the next line, we have to leave one or two alphabet space. How much space we should leave? We should leave one or two alphabet space, and we should write the name of the account is credited. What we should write? We should write the name of the account is credited by using word called to. By using word called what? By using word called to. So here, which account is credited? Capital account is credited. So we should write capital account in the second line by using word called to. And no need to write abbreviation of credit, like how we are written DR for debit. Here we are not supposed to write CR for this name of the account is credited, because here to itself it indicates this particular account is credited. Understood? So what is the journal entry now? Journal entry is cash account debit to capital account. Understood? Which account is debited? Cash account is debited. So it is written in the first line. Understood? And we should put some dots and we should write the abbreviation of debit. In the second line, we should leave one or two alphabet space, and we should write the name of the account is credited using word called to. Okay. Now in the third line, what we should write is we have to write the narration. We have to write the narration, and that narration starts with what? That narration starts with being, and it must be written in bracket. So what we should write? What is this narration? Narration is nothing but short summary of the transaction, which indicates why particular account is debited and why particular account is credited. See here, in the book of journal, we won't write the transaction. We just write the entry. We just write the entry, like which account is debited and which account is credited. After writing this two things, that is which account is debited and which account is credited, we have to write narration in the third line. It explains why particular account is debited and why particular account is credited. So let us write narration for this particular transaction. Being started business with the cash. Being started business with the cash. Understood? That is what? That is narration. Understood? It is how we need to deal with second column called particulars, and third column, it will be usually nil. It will be usually bank, because it is a page number of ledger account where actually we posted the entry. Usually it will be nil. Now let us move to fourth column, that is debit amount column. Here we should write the amount of the transaction parallel to cash account, parallel to the name of the account is debited. See here is the name of the account is debited, so parallel to this, in a debit column we should write the amount. So what is the amount? Amount is rupees 80,000. Amount is 80,000. So in the same line, credit column is nil. Credit column is nil. Credit column is nil. Okay, fine. Credit column is nil. Yeah. Here in the next line, we are having what? We are having name of the account is credited. So here debit column is nil. Debit column is nil. And here in credit column, we should write the amount. And this amount must be written parallel to the name of the account is credited. Once again, I will make it very clear. In a debit column, amount should be written parallel to the name of the account is debited. And in credit column, we should write the amount parallel to the name of the account is credited. Understood? So parallel to the cash account, or you can say in credit column, parallel to the name of the account is debited, we have to put dash. We have to put dash. Understood? And in a debit column, parallel to the name of the account is credited, we need to put dash. Understood? So it is how we need to record entries in the books of journal. So it is called as what? It is called as journal entry. See here journal is nothing but it is a book in which day-to-day transactions are recorded in chronological order. And what is the meaning of journalizing? The way in which We recorded this particular transaction in the book of journal is called as journalizing. Understood? So this particular transaction is known as what? It is known as a journal entry. So here, what is the transaction? Started business with the cash. Understood? So two accounts are which account? One is cash account and another one is owner's account. Actually, owner is the giver. But instead of writing owner's account, which account we will write? Capital account we will write, because capital account, it always represents owner. So cash account is real account, capital account is a personal account, right? Cash account is real account, capital account is a personal account. So which rule is applicable to cash account? Since it is coming into the business, debit rule is applicable, right? What is the debit rule? Debit what comes in, so cash comes in. That is the reason we have debited cash account. Then which rule is applicable to capital account? It is personal account, and credit rule is applicable. What is the credit rule? Credit is the giver. So who is the giver? Owner is the giver. That is the reason we are crediting owner's account. It is nothing but capital account. So it is how we need to record transactions in the book of journal. Now let us move to next transaction. It is dated on 3rd November 2018. 3rd November 2018. What is the transaction? Transaction is deposited into bank rupees 20,000. Deposited into bank rupees 20,000. What you deposited? We have deposited cash into the bank. Deposited into the bank rupees 20,000. Understood? So we deposited cash rupees 20,000 into bank. Which are the two accounts here? One is bank account, one is bank account, and another one is cash account. Another one is which account? It is cash account. Understood? Is there any other possibilities for any other accounts? No. Here deposited into bank, two accounts. One account receives the benefit, another account gives the benefit. Which account receives the benefit? Bank account receives the benefit. Which account gives the benefit? Cash account gives the benefit. So that is the reason we are written two accounts. One is bank account and another one is cash account. Bank account is which account? Bank account is a personal account, right? Bank account is a personal account. Cash account is which account? It is a real account. It is a real account. Now let's see which rule is applicable to bank account, whether debit rule or personal account is applicable or credit rule is applicable. What is the debit rule of personal account? Debit is the receiver. Debit is the receiver. What is the transaction? Transaction is deposited into bank, right? So banker is the receiver, right? So which account should be debited? Bank account should be debited, because banker is the receiver. Banker is the receiver. Bank account should be debited. Which account should be credited? Of course, cash account should be credited. See here, if one account is debited, the another account should be credited, but we should know the reason why we should credit that particular account. See here, cash account should be credited. Why cash account should be credited? Because it is real account. What is the rule of real account? Debit rule is what comes in, credit rule is what goes out. Since we deposited cash into the business, sorry, since we deposited cash into bank, cash is going out of the business. Deposited into bank, it means what? Cash is going out of the business. That is the reason we have to credit which account? We have to credit cash account. Understood? So first, internally, yeah, you people have to process the transaction. You should see which are the two accounts. Those two accounts are belongs to which category. Later you should decide which account should be debited and which account should be credited. So here, which account should be debited? Bank account should be debited. Why bank account should be debited? Because here banker is the receiver. So here in first line, you should write the name of the account is debited, right? And you should put some dots and you should write the abbreviation of debit. And in the second line, you should leave two alphabet space, and you should write two, and you should write the name of the account is credited. So actually, which account is credited? Cash account is credited. Which account is credited? Cash account is credited. So to cash account, no need to write the abbreviation of credit, because to itself it indicates that that particular account is credited. Now what we should write? In the third line, we should write narration. We should write narration, and it should be written in bracket. Understood? And it starts with being, and it must be able to explain why particular account is debited and why particular account is credited. So what narration we should write now? Being cash deposited into bank. Cash deposited into bank. Understood? Yeah. Cash deposited into bank. It means banker is the receiver, bank account is debited. Cash goes out of the business, cash account is credited. Understood? So this column is nil. Which column is nil? Which column is nil? Ledger folio column is nil, and always it will be nil. Understood? Okay. Now what is the amount of the transaction? 20,000 rupees the amount of the transaction. So in a debit column, we should write 20,000 parallel to the name of the account is debited. Understood? And credit column will be nil. And in the second line, debit column will be nil. Debit column will be nil. Debit column will be nil. Yes, debit column will be nil. And in, yeah, debit column will be nil. And in the second line, we should write the name of the account. Yeah, we should write the amount of the transaction. We should write what? We should write the name amount of the transaction. Understood? Yeah, see here. If it comes to debit column, we should write amount parallel to name of the account is debited. Credit column will be nil. If it comes to credit column, we should write the amount parallel to the name of the account is credited. Debit column will be nil. It is how we need to record transactions in the book of journal. In the book of journal. Okay. Let us move to next transaction. Actually, this transaction is dated on 5th November 2018. 5th November 2018. What is the transaction? Transaction is bought goods from Harish rupees 5,000. Bought goods. Bought is nothing but purchased goods. Purchased goods from Harish rupees 5,000 on credit. Yes, I told you people how to recognize the cash transaction and credit transaction. In transaction, if they specified name of the person, I mean if they claimed the name of the person, and if they not specified for cash, it indicates that it is a credit transaction. Suppose if they not claimed the name of the person, then it indicates that it is a cash transaction. And even though if they claimed the name of the person and if they specified for cash, then it indicates cash transaction. So in this particular transaction, they have claimed the name of the person, that is Harish, but nowhere they have specified for cash. Actually they have said on credit. Even though if they are not given on credit, we have to take this particular transaction as credit transaction, because here they are given the name of the person. Okay, so yeah, let's see which are the two accounts here. Which are the two accounts? Okay, yeah, here bought goods from Harish rupees 5,000. Which are the two accounts? Bought is nothing but purchase goods. So one is purchases account, and another one is it is not purchased on cash basis. Suppose if it is bought goods from Harish rupees 5,000 for cash, means Harish account will not come, cash account will come. I told you people, in cash transaction, person's name is not important. If it comes to credit transactions, person's name is very important. So since it is credit transaction, which name is, yeah, person account is very important. Who is that person? Harish account. Harish account. Okay, so here two accounts are, one is purchases account and another one is Harish account. Okay, so here purchases is which account? Purchases is nominal account because it is expense. Harish is which account? Harish is which account? It is a personal account because Harish is a person. Harish is what? Harish is a person. Okay, fine. Now let's see which account should be debited and which account should be credited. See here. Purchases is nominal account. What is the rule of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses. See here, debit all expenses and losses. So purchases are expenses. We have to debit which account? We have to debit purchases account. We have to debit purchases account. And which account should be credited now? Harish account should be credited. Yes. Credit which account? Credit Harish account. Why Harish account should be credited? Because Harish is the giver. Harish is the giver. See here, bought goods from Harish rupees 5,000 on credit. Understood? So one is purchases account, that is bought goods, and another one is Harish account because it is credited transaction. Purchases account is nominal account, Harish account is a personal account. So which rule of nominal account is applicable to purchases account? Debit rule is applicable because they are expenses. Which rule of personal account is applicable to Harish account? Credit rule is applicable because Harish is giver. You are not supposed to apply debit rule to Harish account because it is bought goods from Harish, means Harish is the giver. Understood? What is the debit rule? It is the receiver. But here what is the situation? Harish is the giver. So which rule we should apply? Credit rule we should apply. Okay, so let us record this transaction in the book of journal. Yeah, in the first line, what we should write? We should write the name of the account is debited. We should put some dots and we should write the abbreviation of debit. Then we should leave some one or two alphabet space and we should write two, and later we should write what? We should write the name of the account is credited. So which account is credited? Harish account is credited. No need to write abbreviation of credit because to itself it indicates that it is credited. Okay, now in bracket we should write the narration. What is the narration? Narration is purchased goods from Harish. Sorry, we should write actually this narration. It starts with what? It starts with being. Understood? It starts with being. So being goods purchased from Harish. Goods purchased from Harish on credit. Understood? Since it is credit transaction, the name of the person is very important. And here ledger folio column is nil. Ledger folio column is nil. Okay, fine. Ledger folio column is nil. Yeah. Yeah. In a debit column, we should write the amount of the transaction. Yeah. How much is the amount? It is 5,000 rupee, right? Credit column is actually nil. Credit column is actually nil. Okay. And here in yeah, parallel to the name of the account is credited, debit column is nil, debit column is nil, debit column is nil, debit column is nil, and credit column we should write the amount. How much? It is rupees 5,000. How much it is? It is rupees 5,000. Okay, this is how we need to record transactions in the book of what? In the book of journal. Okay, let us move to next transaction. Next transaction is dated on 7th November 2018. 7th November 2018. Okay, here what is the transaction? Transaction is sold goods to Pawan rupees 8,000 and received cash. Sold goods to Pawan. Sold goods to Pawan rupees 8,000 and received cash. Yes, tell me whether it is cash transaction or credit transaction. Actually, it is a cash transaction because here they have claimed the name of the person, but they have specified for cash. They have specified for cash. You can see here. What is the date of the transaction? It is the 7th. 7th it is, right? It is 7th. What is the transaction? It is sold goods to Pawan rupees 8,000 and received cash. It means it is a cash transaction because here it is clearly given received cash. So Pawan is not important here. What is important? Cash is important. So which are the two accounts here? Which are the two accounts? One is sold goods. Sold goods is nothing but sales account. One is sales account and another one is which account? Another one is cash account, because here they are clearly given received cash. Received cash is nothing but it is a cash transaction. Suppose if they were not giving that further sentence received cash, then it was becoming credit transaction. Like if they were giving sold goods to Pawan rupees 8,000, it indicates a credit transaction. But here they specified like received cash or for cash, then it indicates what? It indicates a cash transaction. Okay, fine. Yeah, just a minute. Yes. So transaction dated on 7th it is. Yeah, sold goods to Pawan rupees 8,000 and received cash. Okay, yeah. So one is sales account and another one is cash account. Sales account is which account? Sales account is actually nominal account. Nominal account. Why it is nominal account? Because it is income. Cash account is which account? It is real account because it is asset. Understood? Okay. Now let's see which account should be debited and which account should be credited. Sold goods to whom? Yeah, sold goods to whom? Sold goods to, just a minute. It is sold goods to Pawan, right? Sold goods to Pawan, rupees 8,000 and received cash. Okay. So here one is a sales account and another one is a cash account. Received cash, no, so cash is coming into the business. Okay, fine. Yeah, which account should be? Yeah, here sales account is nominal account. What is the rule of nominal account? Nominal account rule is debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. Credit all incomes and gains. Actually here sales are income to business, so we should credit which account? We should credit sales account. And here cash account is there, it is belongs to real account. What is the rule of real account? Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So here sold goods to Mr. Pawan and received cash means cash is coming into the business. So which account should be debited now? Debit what comes in, cash comes in. So cash account should be debited. Which account should be debited? Cash account should be debited. Okay, so this is the groundwork what we should do at the time of passing the journal entry. And don't write it somewhere, just process the transaction. Find out two accounts, see to it that those two accounts are belongs to which category, later apply the rule. Understood? Yes. So here two accounts are, one is cash account and another one is sales account, and here cash account should be debited. Why cash account should be debited? Because cash is coming into the business, so we should debit cash account. And which account should be credited? Sales account should be credited because the sales are income to business. So to sales account. No need to write abbreviation of credit because to itself it indicates credit. So we should write narration. Narration should start from being. What is the narration now? Being sold goods. Sold goods. What is the name of the person? What is the name of the person? Yeah, sold goods to Pawan, right? Sold goods to Pawan, Pawan for cash, for cash. Sold goods to Pawan and received cash. One more very important thing what I wish to tell you is there will not be any kind of uniformity in writing narration. I will write narration in my own way and another person will write narration in his or her own way. That we can, the only thing is the narration must be able to explain why particular account is debited and why particular account is credited. There will not be any kind of uniformity in writing the narration. Understood? Very important thing is which account should be debited and which account should be credited, and later your narration must be able to explain why particular account is debited and why particular account is credited. Okay, so here what is the amount of the transaction? Amount of the transaction is rupees 8,000, and it must be written in debit column parallel to the name of the account is debited. Understood? And in a debit column, this parallel to the name of the account is credited should be nil. Credited should be nil. And here, here in parallel to the name of the account is debited, in credit column should be nil. Credit column should be nil. Credit column should be nil. And yeah, here parallel to the name of the account is credited, we should write the amount of the transaction. Meaning parallel to the name of the account is debited, credit column will be nil, and parallel to the name of the account is credited, debit column will be nil. This is what the procedure that we need to follow when at the time of recording transactions in the book of journal. In the book of journal. Okay, let us move to next transaction. Next transaction is actually dated on 10th. It is dated when? It is dated on 10th. Okay, let's see what is the transaction. What is the transaction? Okay, yes. Here transaction dated on 10th is, transaction dated on 10th is bought furniture rupees 8,000 from Ram Furniture Works Hubli and paid by check. What is the transaction? Bought furniture rupees 8,000 from Ram Furniture Works Hubli and paid by check. Here, paid by check. First, tell me whether it is cash transaction or credit transaction. See here, check also represents cash transaction. Whether you make payment in terms of cash or you make payment in terms of check or DD, whatever may be the way. If transaction is settled immediately, it should be called as a cash transaction. Understood? So here, This is paid by check, in the sense it is not credited transaction, it is a cash transaction. Understood? So when it is a cash transaction, the name of the person is not important. Which one? Ram Furniture Works Hubli is not important, because already payment is made. So what is important? Which are the two important accounts here? Two important accounts are, one is furniture account, one is furniture account, and another one is yes, another one is actually bank account. Why bank account? Because here payment is made by check, it is not made by cash. Suppose if it was made by cash, then two accounts would be, one is furniture account and another one is cash account. Since here payment is made by check, so another account will be which account? It will be bank account. Okay. Now tell me, which account should be debited and which account should be credited? Which account should be debited and which account should? Okay. Before that, we'll decide this furniture and banker belongs to which category. Furniture is which account? Furniture is a real account. Furniture is a real account. Why it is real account? Because it is a asset. Bank is which account? It is a personal account. Institution it is. Okay. Now, furniture is asset and it is real account. What is the rule of real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So we should check. See here, in a transaction, if you find real account, it is very easy to pass the journal entry. It will become real account only when it is asset. So you should see to it that that asset is coming into the business or it is going out of the business. If it is coming into the business, debit it. If it is going out of the business, credit it. So here bought furniture, in the sense furniture is coming into the business. So which account should be debited now? Furniture account should be debited. Furniture account should be credited. And here bank account is the personal account. So here payment is made by check. Understood? What is the rule of personal account? Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. So in this particular transaction, banker is the giver because payment is made by check. Payment is made by check. So which rule is applicable? Credit rule is applicable. So which account should be credited? Bank account should be credited because banker is the giver. Understood? Yes. Okay. Let us record this particular transaction in the book of journal. Okay. What is the date? Date is actually, yeah, I think it is 10th, 10/11/2018. Yeah. Which account is debited? Furniture account is debited. Understood? Furniture account debit. Furniture account debit because furniture comes in. Furniture comes in. Okay. Now, which account should be credited? Which account should be credited? Bank account should be credited because payment is made in the form of check and banker is the giver. Okay. In the third line, what we should write? We should write the narration and that narration starts with being. Okay. What we should write now? Yes. Mm, you can write it in your own words. No need to maintain uniformity in writing narration. So what is the transaction? Bought furniture rupees 8,000 from Ram Furniture Works Hubli and paid by check. Write it in the same way like being bought furnitures from Ram Furnitures Ram Furniture Works Hubli and paid by check and paid by check. Okay, this is how we need to write the journal entries in the book of journal. Okay, now we should write the amount. No, yes, furniture is purchased for how much? I think furniture is purchased for rupees 8,000. So here, parallel to the name of the account is debited. In a debit column, we should write 8,000 rupee. Understood? Hmm? Yes, and credit column will be nil. Credit column will be nil. And in credit column, we should write what? We should write the amount parallel to the name of the account is credited. Debit column will be nil. Debit column will be nil. So it is what procedure actually we need to follow at the time of recording transactions in the book of journal. At the time of recording transactions in the book of journal. So we'll continue further transactions in my next class. We almost completed 5 transactions and 5 more transactions are remaining, or 6 more transactions are remaining. We'll continue it in my same class. Thank you so much.